Om Namah Shivaya. So very good morning, my dear students. Happy to see all of you. Right. Even I'm doing good. Thank you so much. So let's do a quick recap of what we have discussed in our previous session, isn't it? Before we start with anything new, always we will revise, we'll do a recap of the previous session. Sometimes maybe even cumulative, sometimes, but not always. Always daily. Okay. So regular batch, I hope you remember. We'll just finish the classes, finish the topics. Yes or no? Absolutely no. How can you say yes? Are we here to finish the subject? No, sir. As we said, it's a regular batch, so we'll be taking the concepts, the questions, right? The revision, examples, everything. Then start date. Anyways, no need to revise, but attempt. For which attempt? So what are we going to cover? All the amendments. Amendments up to which date? Right? So you know 30th of November 2026, which is your cutoff date as well. Unless your CMA Institute says some other amendments also which have come after that date is applicable for your attempt. Am I right? Perfect. Then these classes will be purely in Hindi, isn't it? English? Telugu? No. Telugu not possible. It will be only in English. As you have opted for English medium, so obviously the classes will be in English only, not in any other language. And just in case, if I use some other language by any chance, and that will be Hindi or Telugu, of course, that will be translated in English, provided that is relating to subject. And if it is not relating to subject, and you don't understand it, and you find your neighbor is enjoying, laughing, you also laugh. Okay? Don't expect me to translate for you. Getting my point? Then what are we going to cover? We said, sir, all these things which are there in front of us, no need to revise that, but let's revise the syllabus which we have discussed once. We have got units, isn't it? No, we have got modules. Institute is using the word module. So module 1 to module number 11. Module 1, Companies Law, Companies Act, right? Company Law or Companies Act. All the topics, all the chapters of company law is there? No, sir. Selected ones are there in our syllabus, and we have to discuss that today, isn't it? Then apart from this, sir, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, IBC, which deals with closure of companies. No, sir. Revival and closure. Revival, restructuring, right? And closure. If revival not possible, or revival is tried but then did not help, that is where we'll go for winding up or the closure. Good. Then sustainability, corporate governance, and social responsibility, isn't it? Is it okay if I change the sequence like this? Yes, sir. That's okay. What is the harm in saying sustainability first, social responsibility at the end, and corporate governance in the middle? Nothing wrong. Okay, so we can say that. That's why intentionally I said sustainability first. I know corporate governance, social responsibility, and sustainability. So the sustainability is about only thinking about present. No, sir. Present and future. Corporate governance is about governing the corporate in the best possible manner. And what is that best possible manner? All the stakeholders should be taken care of. Right? All the stakeholders' interest should be taken care of. That is what the best way of governing the corporate or governing any business, right? Achha, is it possible the principles of governance are applied not just in company, but let's say in partnership, let's say in sole proprietorship or LLP for that matter? Possible? Yes, sir. It can be applied anyways. Even in your life, can you apply the principles of governance in your life? Yes, sir. Because ultimately we said governing in the best manner possible. Obviously, it can be applied anywhere. If it is applied in corporate, that is where we are calling it as corporate governance. Am I right? Fantastic. Then the responsibility of the businesses, of the companies have moved from shareholders to stakeholders, the society. That's why social responsibility. It's not just responsibility towards shareholders. Then we have, come on, even SEBI law, SEBI regulations, all the regulations are there? No, sir. Selected ones again, right? IPO, takeover, insider trading, insider, beta, insider. So someone from inside, that means he's a part of the company. He is having access to some vital, sensitive information, confidential information, which he might use it, right, for trading purpose and thereby make wrongful profits. So we understand that's not right, and that is where SEBI has made some regulations for insider trading. Am I right? Then Competition Act 2002. So come on, here we have CCI, which is a regulator. Like SEBI is a regulator, CCI also is a regulator. They will see to it that the competition should prevail. Yes, in the business, in the market, isn't it? Because competition means no exploitation. Yes or no? Minimal exploitation. Come on, guys. Don't you think now you also have various options when it comes to coaching, teachers? So is it helping? Yes. Imagine there's monopoly of a particular teacher. Then what can happen? The chances of exploitation goes up, isn't it? So please understand, competition is in a way or is helping the consumer. So whose job it is, right? Whom they have vested the responsibility to take care of competition? CCI. So as I've told you, we'll be reading something about CCI as well, apart from some important provisions of Competition Act, which is there in our syllabus. Then we'll be reading about Foreign Currency Management Act. Yes, foreign exchange. So is foreign exchange going to cover foreign currency? Yes, sir. Foreign exchange is a wider term than foreign currency. So we have some provisions, we have some regulations. Yes or no? Which regulations we have got? Sir, LRS, correct, good. Overseas direct investment, ODI, external commercial borrowings. Can you make something out of it? Can you understand something? The liberalized remittance scheme. Yes, we can understand there is some remittance scheme and that is liberal. That means if I want foreign exchange, they are not that strict. You know, they are liberal. We can remit foreign exchange liberally now. Okay. Okay, sir. Something of that sort. Fine. See, as a layman, you have to understand as of now because you don't know the topics. But before getting into the topics, at least you should have the idea as to what you're going to read or study, isn't it? Then external commercial borrowings. Come on, think. External commercial borrowings. So the company, the business, the person is borrowing from outside India, isn't it? For what purpose? Personal purpose, marriage and all. No, sir. Commercial. So external commercial borrowing. You can understand. Overseas direct investment. Can you understand something here? Yes, sir. Maybe from overseas they will do some investment, that too directly in India, India's businesses. So some provisions, some regulations relating to that we have to study. And I again remind you, as a CMA, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to assist, you're supposed to guide the businesses, isn't it? And mainly which businesses you will be guiding, supporting? Which ones? Companies. We'll say company form of business, basically company. I'll not get into manufacturing. I'll say widely company. Okay, more than sole proprietorship, partnership and all, you'll be assisting, guiding, working for companies. Okay, so from that point of view only we are going to study most of our topics. You read financial management, yes or no? You read costing, subjects like this. From which point of view you study more? Whose point of view study more? Company, no? Whenever you see balance sheet, they'll say share capital and all. That means they're talking about company. Am I right? They are not teaching you financial management from a student's point of view. They're not teaching you financial management from a housewife's point of view. Am I right? So you understand that the things which we're reading from whose point of view? Businesses, and that too in business, companies. Right? Okay. Then we also have some laws and regulations relating to banking sector. Right? So we said Banking Regulation Act, some provisions are there. RBI related some provisions, and then SARFAESI Act. So you remember the full form, what it stands for? Securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and Good. Enforcement of Securities Interest Act 2002. That's okay. Here if you don't remember, but then SARFAESI Act. Now you know the concept. That's why you're able to remember, right? And the more you revise, obviously you'll remember it for a longer time or maybe forever, isn't it? Yes, sir. We know that law also is about what, isn't it? Remember, no? Then we also have some laws relating to Insurance Act, IRDA, I also, IRDA Act. Then MSME related provisions, MSMED Act 2006. So some provisions from there we are going to read. Relating to money laundering as well, Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So anti-money laundering is what they're talking about. And not to forget, cyber security, data privacy and all, isn't it? So that also matters. And that is what they have covered in your syllabus. So module number 1 to module number 11 having different weightages, as you could see, maybe 40%, maybe 10%, maybe 5%, or maybe together 5% as well. Where is this together 5%? Yeah, banking and insurance. And I'm again repeating, this is only for reference. Don't go strictly by this and study. I know there are teachers who say that study according to weightage, but I'm of the view, because they have the trend of changing the trend. So believing the trend too much can be dangerous, can be risky for us. So let's study properly, fully. Maybe before the examination day, you don't have time because you have fallen sick or some other reason. You don't have time to revise. That time probably you see this weightage and revise accordingly because you don't have an option. But when you have an option, now we have an option. No, we have to study every topic which is given properly or not, or only focus on examination. No, we will focus on examination, but only examination is not correct. Clear to you? Come on, guys. So now let's proceed and understand what is that they want us to study in Companies Act. Okay, I believe all of you have got your notebook. Those who were not carrying the notebook yesterday, at least they are carrying now separate notebook for this paper as well. Paper number 13. Subject. Good. Subject is corporate and economic laws. So guys, when we talk about Companies Act 2013, when we talk about Companies Act 2013, what do we have? As you could see here, we have got something called as company formation and conversion. Am I right? Is yellow fine? Yellow, dirty fellow. Okay. So company formation and conversion. Okay. So sir, we need to again study about incorporation of company. Some matters which are incidental to the incorporation of company. Which are those matters which are incidental? Sir, preparation of memorandum. Incidental, you understand? Yes, sir, connected matters. So, memorandum of association, something called as articles of association. MOA, AUA, MOA, AOA. MOA is about? What is MOA about? What the company can do, what the company cannot do. And then articles is about how it can be done. Correct? Predominantly I'm saying. Or as a layman, if you have to understand, MOA is about what, AOA is about how, right? And then we also have some types of companies. We'll be talking about types of companies. We have even about foreign companies given here. Foreign companies. I hope you know that there are some chapters in Companies Act 2013. All of us know this. There are chapters in Companies Act. That means the whole of the act is divided into chapters, and each chapter carries or has sections. Correct? So chapter is nothing but group of sections. The whole of the act is divided into how many chapters? Come on, tell me. Divided into how many chapters? Answer, my dear students. I'm sorry, CMA final students. Oh no sir, CMA inter pass students. Okay, that will motivate you, said, right? So how many chapters? Are you able to follow me? No. Same way I cannot follow you when you speak like this. When I say, are you able to follow? No. So if you speak to yourself, how will I follow? Please be louder. Please tell me how many chapters are there. Chapter 1 to 29. How many? Chapter 1 to 29. So I will show you that list as well. Out of those chapters, we do not have, okay, or out of those chapters, only selected chapters are there. Selected chapters we have in our syllabus. So we'll see the list of those chapters, complete chapters, and then we'll see which are there in our syllabus as well. Just wait for some time. Okay. So kindly understand, when we are talking about this formation and conversion, maybe the name doesn't suggest, but you will find that we have provisions coming from chapter number 1, chapter number 2, even chapter number 22, as I've said, foreign companies, and to certain extent chapter number 21, that is unregistered companies. Okay, this particular topic contains provisions from 4 chapters. Which are those 4 chapters? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter number 22, chapter number 21 as well. Sir, we don't know what these chapters are. That is where I said, please hold on. I will show you the list of complete chapters and then you will get to know about it. But at this point of time, at least you should know that this topic is not just one chapter. This topic is comprising of various chapters, to be precise, 4 chapters. Maybe something else also will come, but that will be hardly 1 or 2. But then otherwise, these are the chapters covered here. Okay. Okay. Great. Then once you know about formation, conversion and all of that, they say learn about investments, loans. Meaning, sir, company would like to invest somewhere. Why? Sir, because company has got surplus funds, surplus money. So they will not keep it idle. They'll invest somewhere, isn't it? So where do they invest? Whether first of all they're allowed to invest or not. And if you say, sir, allowed, then are there any restrictions? Are there any conditions? Oh, so then what are those restrictions, conditions, sir? Are there any limits? Those questions will arise or not? So we have to understand that. That's where we have some section called as section number 186. We have some section called as 187. It's about investment made by the companies. Okay, those investments should be made in their own name, but with some exceptions. We'll talk about it. Able to understand? And then when we talk about loans, basically they are talking about chapter number 5. Are you aware what is chapter number 5? Yes, sir, very much. Very good. Acceptance of deposits. That is chapter number 5. So they say read about the provisions relating to even deposits. Okay. So something relating to investments, some 2 sections. Then relating to deposits, the complete chapter. And then your favorite, debentures. Okay, they say even study something about debentures, types of debentures, which you will say, sir, we are aware of. Okay, see, whatever you are aware of, because cmainter you have read, we can complete it faster, but we will not skip. Whatever is there in syllabus, as I have told you, I will not be skipping it. Maybe there may be times when we may go faster. Reason being, already you know, you have understood, you have studied, then obviously it gives me that particular privilege to take it slightly faster. Like people ask me this question that, sir, what will be the pace of the classes? Will it be really slow? Will it be fast? Will it be medium? It all depends on the topic and it all depends upon your understanding. I think topic is easy, but you think you're not able to catch that or follow that. Then what should I do? Go slow. I think topic is difficult or challenging, but then you think, no, this topic is very well known to us. So probably I can go faster then. So that all is possible. So I have to understand from you and accordingly change my pace. Having said this, but in the beginning, I will be slow only. Okay, sometimes dead slow also is possible because first I need to build that foundation, isn't it? How do you think any building is strong? What makes the building strong? Foundation. You want to have 50-storied building. Now, you know, in Hyderabad, you'll find those type of buildings are also coming up. So do you think they can just focus from 10th floor onwards? No, sir. They have to focus on the foundation first. Otherwise, the building may fall soon. One has to understand same way. If you have to become an expert, sir, how do we know? I will show you that as well. What is the objective with which your CMA institute is expecting you to read this subject, study this subject? We'll talk about that as well. Okay. So if you have to become an expert, if they are saying company law, you should be an expert without basics, without foundation, do you think you'll become an expert? No, not possible. Same way, do you think you should have an overview? Now you reach this classroom, which is at 4th floor. Am I right? So directly from your hostel, directly from your home, you have reached here at 4th floor. What nonsense. We have taken a bus, or maybe we have walked down, right? Reached this building and then taken stairs or taken lift. I don't know. Okay. And then came 1st floor, 2nd, 3rd. Like that you have come or not, guys? So finally you got to know that this is the classroom, but then there is some story behind. Correct? So overview you can take. Same way when you're reading some law, maybe you don't have all the chapters, all the schedules in your syllabus, but then at least you should have an idea how many chapters are there, what those chapters are all about, what are we reading, what have we read earlier in cmainter, and what are we not reading at all. That means if that sort of work comes after I become a CMA, okay, I'll have to read then, isn't it? You have read something already in company law, you're going to read now, and something you will not read. So that portion which is not there in your syllabus, obviously if it comes when you become a CMA, will you say, no, sorry, I cannot do that work? No, that time you'll have to read, no, that time you'll have to study, no. So at least have some idea that what are you reading, what have you read, what you're not going to read. That overview is also essential. We'll do all of that. Okay. You have to give time. As I've told you, I can't take up everything in a single class. That is why we have number of classes, isn't it? Great. So, sir, investment loans, we understood some 2 sections you're saying. Then you're saying chapter 5 is there. Some debentures related provisions are there. Yes, that is covered. Okay, formation, conversion, investment, loans. Now, next what? They say study about dividend. Okay, study about dividends. Dividend is covered in which chapter? Any idea? If not, no problem. Chapter number 8. Idea can change your life, isn't it? Don't have, no issues. Oh, sorry, you should not smile. Next, coming to the next topic, accounts. Yes, sir. Dividend is given if there are profits. And how do you know that there are profits? Sir, when we maintain books of accounts, we prepare P&L, we'll get to know whether our revenue is, revenue is more than, come on, expenses. So that is where it comes, no? So don't you think dividend, if you're studying, you should study even about accounts? This is study accounts, which is there in chapter number, guess. Come on, guess. Sir, obviously you said it's connected, so maybe chapter number 9. Sir, why are you writing Roman numbers? Is it your favorite? The answer is no. Law uses this. If you see the Bare Act, you'll find that they are using Roman numbers. That's where I have to use. And for section numbers, you have seen 186, 187. When I have written, did I use Roman numbers? No. Why? Again, the reason is same law. Okay. So many things we'll be doing not because we love doing it, but that is the requirement. So we don't have an option. If anyone has an option of not working, do you think people will work? Mavaya garu unnaru, isn't it? Anyways, come back. So chapter number 9, accounts. Chapter number 10 deals with audit. So here we have one topic, but again 2 chapters. Chapter 9 and 10, provisions relating to accounts and audit. Did you had this in your CMA inter audit by any chance? Something relating to this? Come on, guys. Yes, sir, you may say. So again, you'll say, sir, we have some idea, but still will not skip. Okay. Now, coming to next one, people's favorite, and that is board of directors and key managerial persons. That is in short KMP we say. Right, so we have to study about board of directors and KMP, and that is where we'll be studying chapter number 11 and chapter number 13. Okay, let me remind you again that I know I am handsome, right? You don't have to remind me. Okay, you understood what I'm saying? What? Please write. I've told you, don't write everything, but write something, and that something is nothing but something useful. Why do you say like this? So let me tell you two things, because yesterday one of your friend asked also after the class, sir, you addressed one person as auntie. He felt bad. Okay. You addressed one person as Uncle John. So uncle, he'll feel bad maybe. Why do you use this uncle and auntie? It is out of love. He was not satisfied. Aja. Suppose I say, oh Mr. CMA Venkat. Where is Venkat? Yeah, CMA Venkat. Do you think he'll mind? Do you think he'll mind? No. What's your name? Subhashini. So I say CMA Subhashini. Do you think she'll mind? No, sir. We'll love it. Why? That's my future. I hope you got the answer. I hope you got the answer. Why do I address you as uncle and aunties? That's your future. Like it or not? That's the first thing. Second thing, please understand there is something called as indirect way of communicating as well, not just direct way of communicating. Understand what I'm saying? Uncle auntie is over, okay? Clarification now. Now I'm talking about there's something called as indirectly communicating. I'll give you a simple example from your life only. Let's say Ishwar wants to go for a movie today. So he goes to his mother and asks, Mama, shall I go for movie? He says, I don't have any problem, you know that. You go and check with your dad, right? Your father. If he allows, please go. What is she doing? If you understand, very smartly, she has made father as the villain. Yes or no? He did. If she would have refused, he would have become villain, right? So, said, I don't have a problem, boss. Please go. Rather, I want you to enjoy. Have fun. Check with your dad. Now, you know dad will never say yes to this. So what did she do? Indirect way of communicate. Right? So when I say now that I know I am handsome, hey, if you understand, I am indirectly asking you to write, not just look at me. Look at the board, look at your notebook and write. Okay, understand? Second thing, I am handsome, and it is not about always looks. It is not always about looks. Same way, I'll say you are beautiful, you are handsome. Isn't it? Are you or are you not? If you yourself say, I am ugly, I am not handsome, I am not beautiful, do you expect others to call you handsome or beautiful? No. You should say, I am smart, I am good, then others might. Isn't it? And it's not about always external beauty, guys. Please understand this. Probably Mahendra Singh Dhoni seems to be the most handsome guy. Why? Because of his actions, because of his deeds. Otherwise, you know, there are many who are good looking or better looking than Mahendra Singh Dhoni, maybe. And you know, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So it's up to you. Probably I think my mother is the most beautiful woman on this earth. Correct? I think that. So you please understand what I'm trying to say. Everything which is used, every single word which we'll be using in the classes or which we use are for some reason or is with some. Only thing is you have to think about why is he saying this? Why is he saying like this? Sometimes you have to read between lines as well, no? Yes or no? Sir, but why all this? Arey, that is what is law. Law is all about interpretation. Law is about reading properly. Am I right? Sometimes something will not be there, but you have to read in between. So if I connect like this, maybe with small silly examples, like yesterday we talked about uncle. Remember? Auntie's example only, right? So context. Now you'll remember for lifelong that, okay, context matters. You'll understand the meaning of a particular term based on its context. Then I gave you a formal example also. That was about chartered accountant from company law. You remember? Cost accountant from company law. So we connected. Same way, whatever words we use, whatever we do here will be connected with the subject. Otherwise, we'll not be using it. Right? You know dancing, correct? No? Then how will we dance, boss? Sir, we are not here for dancing, and that's not used in law. So let's avoid it. I agree. Hello, come back. So what is essential, we will do. What is not essential, we will not do. So dancing is not essential, singing is not essential, we'll ignore that. Something useful, yes, we will include. Right, sir. So board of directors and KMP, some chapters are there, sir. 2 chapters you're saying, chapter number 11, chapter number 13. Then we have chapter number 12, which is covered next. Right, board meetings and procedures. There's something called as board meetings and procedures. So these 3 chapters, chapter 11, 12, 13, basically deals with directors. Okay, directors appointment, qualification, then directors remuneration, KMP's appointment, then board meetings, their powers, their powers should be restricted, so restrictions, we'll find all of that. Okay, we will be dealing with it. Okay, so next is inspection, inquiry and investigation, which is coming from chapter number 14. Okay, and then we have chapter number 15. Then we have chapter number, okay, come on guys, answer. Chapter 15 is compromise, arrangement and amalgamation. Chapter 16 is prevention of oppression and mismanagement. Sir, wait. Board meetings. Okay, sir, where is general meeting, sir? If you understand, general meetings was already covered in your cmainter. That's why CMA final they say no need. You don't have general meetings topic. That was there in cmainter, chapter number 7. Okay, board meetings you have not read, so they're asking you to read about board meetings now. So say, sir, but directors related provisions also we had to some extent in cmainter. Yes or no? But I will assume it was not there. I will assume it was not there, and we'll study that way, because obviously 40% weightage, and now you'll see the objective also with which they are expecting you to read, and that is expert knowledge. So how can we ignore? Isn't it? Great. Okay, sir. Sir, inspection, inquiry, investigation. Is there any difference between these 3 terms, sir? See, what are we doing? We're discussing the syllabus. One way of discussing is, this topic is there, next, this topic is there, next, this topic is there. Okay, these are the topics. Let's go. Other way of discussing is, at least we should know as a layman what this topic is about. Yes or no, guys? That will make some sense also, and you will remember also. Do you remember your syllabus module 1 to 11? Yes. Why? Because you by-hearted? No, because you've understood something there. That's why you're able to. Same way now this 1 to 9 topics which are there in Companies Act. Do you think you'll remember? Yes, I will make sure you remember. And now only you'll remember. Just wait. Okay. So now inspection, inquiry, investigation. Sir, inspection. Yeah. Beta, give me your book. So now I see that book. What is it? Inspection. And then I ask some questions. Inquiry. And then I take a magnifying glass because I'm not able to see something with a naked eye. Investigation. And when the investigation begins, does it begin with a positive intent or negative intent? Or negative mindset? Negative, no? This person might be wrong. This person might have done something wrong. That is how we start investigation. Whereas audit, do we start with a negative mindset? No, sir. Watchdog, not a bloodhound. Have you heard of this? Yes, sir. So we know audit and investigation are 2 different concepts. So please understand, when we're talking about this topic, we're going to discuss about inspection, inquiry, as well as investigation, all the 3. How, who will do it, what are their parts, all that is there in this particular topic. But 3 are different. I'll not say inspection, inquiry, investigation every time. I'll simply say I. Then compromises, arrangements and amalgamation. So we know amalgamation. I don't think I have to tell you that. Compromise, yes sir, where both the parties win, both the parties lose. That is compromise. Understand what I said? Both the parties win, both the parties lose, but partially. One is not winning completely, the other one is not losing completely. Both are winning, so obviously partially. Both are losing partially. There are only 2 rotis at home. 2 rotis. You and your brother are there. Now you need 2 rotis, he need 2 rotis. But how many are there? Only 2. So what will you do? Compromise. You'll say, I'll eat 1, you eat 1. So you have 1. He has also 1. You have lost. He has also lost. Partially. Partially. That is what? Compromise. Some sort of settlement you're doing, isn't it? Sir, in company form of business also, there is a possibility of some compromise. Yes. Company not doing financially well. Come on. Can't they do some sort of compromises with their creditors and all? Yes. So, sir, what is the procedure? Is any approval required to be taken? We need to check that. Sir, husband and wife, best example, no? Daily compromise, otherwise divorce. That's how it goes, right? Anyway, jokes apart, but then it makes sense to understand what I'm saying. And then we are saying arrangement. What is arrangement? Sir, we have arranged the class for you. We have arranged the books for you. We have arranged the transport facility for you. Don't you think arrangement is that simple term? So can I say amalgamation, merger, acquisition is an arrangement? Can I say compromise is an arrangement? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. That means instead of calling this chapter as compromises, arrangements and amalgamation, I can simply say this is arrangement. Chapter relating to arrangement. You'll read. Then you'll get to know. You'll also agree with me then. If you're not agreeing now, you'll get to know. You'll say, sir, instead of calling this as compromise, amalgamation, arrangement, right? We can simply say arrangements. Anyways, in short, I'll say CAA till the time we get that clarity on why we should use arrangement word. Okay? Fantastic. Then we have got prevention of oppression and mismanagement. Prevention. So that means this oppression and mismanagement are negative terms. Prevention, so preventing, stopping. Which things will you stop? All good things? Bad, no? Negative, no? So with that we can understand. Plus mismanagement. And wherever mis comes, there's a problem only. I said MIS, not MISS. Please. Please don't mind, huh? Just to have some fun in the subject. Otherwise, we don't tend to hurt you by any means. And this is a serious disclaimer. Rather, it applies to everyone. If you think that by any means I am hurting you because of my joke or something, please do let me know. I will stop it then and there itself. Because I'm not here to hurt, I'm here for the subject. But subject in a lively manner. So that is where we keep doing this sort of stuff, but not to hurt anyone. Okay? Please communicate. All it happens. Okay. So coming back to oppression. Oppressing. That means suppressing. Suppressing what? The rights. Someone's rights. Sir, who's that someone? Members? Shareholders? Come on, directors? Something like that, isn't it? So maybe majority will suppress, oppress whom? Minority. Minority's rights. So what will they do? Batkamma uyalo. No, no. They'll go to the tribunal. They'll go to the court and say, my lord, please save me. Because they are oppressing me. They're oppressing my rights. Isn't it, guys? And they will prevent it. They will stop it from happening. They may pass an order addressing this or not. Beautiful topic. Beautiful topic. Okay, we are going to talk about it. And then, sir, mismanagement. This word you know, mismanagement. That means not managing things properly. So there is a chance board of directors who have to manage, rather have to apply the principles of governance, are not doing it. So then we should understand this as well. Okay. So prevention of oppression and mismanagement, chapter number 60. 6. Okay. Sir, what about 17, 18? Because 1 to 29 chapters you said are there. You don't have it in syllabus. However, please understand the provisions which are not there in syllabus also we may refer if required, when required. Okay, the provisions which are not there in syllabus, I'm saying still might be referred because if required we can't ignore. Okay, let me take one example so that you understand it better. You have, all of you have read section 8 companies in company law. Yes sir, non-profit organization, non-profit companies. Okay, there are some provisions in that. Obviously sir, section 8 contains provisions. So if those provisions are not complied with by that particular non-profit organization, then there is some penalty for contravention. Am I right? They also say in the proviso which is there, that if the affairs have been conducted fraudulently, meaning business operations affairs, right? Business affairs. Then penalty under section 447 will be levied. Now, where is 447? Section 447, do you think is in any of these particular chapters? No. Section 447 is in the last chapter, chapter number 29. Now you will say, sir, 29 is not a part of our syllabus, let us not read. Will it work? No, no. So we have to refer. You can't just say that, no boss, 29, so we'll not. Same way. Now, I'll make a slight twist and say, let us say, so that means assume section 8 doesn't write any penalty for contravention of provisions. They have not written any penalty. So does it mean that if those non-profit organizations contravene the provisions of section 8, then there will be no penalty? Is it like that? Then what will we do? If there is no penalty, then what will we do? Sir, we'll go and check the neighboring sections. Neighboring sections, that means section 9, section 10. Here the neighboring sections was to 8. Well, I say 72. No, na. Neighboring is 9, 10, 11. Suppose I don't find penalty there also for contravention of section 8. Then, sir, maybe we'll see the chapter, complete chapter. Who knows? Neighboring section doesn't have, but in the end of the chapter, it might be there. Possible or not? Suppose that is also not there. Patku continues. Right, section doesn't have, neighboring section doesn't have, chapter also doesn't have. Then I hope you know there is something called as section 450 in Companies Act, which is general penalty clause for the act. General penalty clause for the act, meaning if nowhere penalty is mentioned, meaning specific section, neighboring section, chapter, then that penalty will be applicable. Oh, so that means we have to read, we have to study even section number 450. Or sir, 450 again, chapter 29. Ha, Babu, but then you have to study because it will be applicable. So specifically, expressly, they may not mention everything, but then it will be applicable. Clear? All of you got it? Did you read the definition of small company anywhere? Sir, better than you, sir. More than you, sir. Small company, small company, small company. Recently, there has been an amendment also, sir. What is that amendment? Paid up capital of not more than? No, 4 has become 10. That is the amendment in December, last December. That amendment took place. And turnover should not exceed 100 crores. Good. From 40, they made it 100. So, paid up capital and turnover should not go beyond those 10 and 100 crores respectively. Am I right? I said and. I said and. Is it and written there? Is it and written there? Now guys, tell me, is and written there? Any idea? What is this? Sir, official gazette. Okay, the Gazette of India, which published? Companies Act 2013. So that means this is the Bare Act. Have you seen Bare Act any time? No, this is the Bare Act. Bare Act of which one? Companies Act. Achha, what do you mean by Bare Act? Sir, act as it is. Bare. You know, there's a brand also, clothing brand, B-A-R-E, bare. Means what? It's like you're not wearing anything. In that comfortable it is. Don't think in the wrong way. Okay. So, same way, act as it is made by Parliament, as it is given by the lawmakers. That is Bare Act. So, this is the Bare Act published on which date? You just see 30th August 2013 in the official gazette. Okay. So, now, where is this definition of small company given? Any clue, any idea? 2 clause 85. Section 2 clause 85. If you've forgotten, at least now, please recall, okay, or remember now at least. Please, right? See here. What is there? Small company. Section 2 clause 85. This is the clause number, okay? 85. Small company means a company other than a public company. All that is written. Then paid up capital, turnover. In between, what is written? Or. But what did we say? And. Why? Why did we say and? We love and? No, it's not about our love, no boss. So please understand, people were misusing this concept of small company and taking privileges. Obviously, the department, the ministry did not like it. So they said, let us change this or to and. That means if a company satisfies both the conditions, then only that will be categorized as a small company, and thereby they will enjoy the privileges and the benefits of a small company. So that means they issued something, the ministry issued something, the government issued something. So what did they issue? Order. Removal of difficulties order. Now you'll say, sir, how is it that they have the power to issue removal of difficulties order? You may question this. For your kind information, section number 470, which is the last section of company law, gives that power to whom? Central government, to remove difficulties. If that power is not there, do you think central government can issue removal of difficulties order? No. Same way, there are a lot of exemptions for government company, for OPC, for section 8 company, like that, isn't it? Who has given the power to the central government to give exemptions? Again, there is a section called as section number 462, and that is why they are able to give the exemption. So don't you think like this, there will be few sections which you should at least have some idea about. Yes or no? Though it may not be in your syllabus. Then only you'll understand it properly, otherwise you'll not understand. So no doubt, we will stick to what is there in syllabus, but if you are thinking that we'll stick to only the syllabus, that would be wrong, my dear friends. It is not possible, because that will not help us understanding the syllabus or the topics of syllabus properly. Plus, later on we'll face a lot of problems. And then, as we said, foundation has to be strong. If foundation is strong, you'll manage. In exam, something challenging comes, something different comes, you'll still manage. Yes or no? Otherwise, things are going to be difficult. Anyways, so let's come back here. So these are the topics you've understood, but some other topics, some other chapters also we may refer when required. Okay. So what did they say? First, read something about formation, conversion. Just recall, that's like a recap. Like you want season 2, season 1 recap, no? Same way here, some recap. And that recap is essential because you want to become an expert, and you forget that, it will be difficult to understand other topics. Then they said, boss, read about investment loans, isn't it? That is also, you'll say recap. Reason, deposits, debentures, already you know. 186, 187 probably you don't know, but then deposits and debentures, you have an idea. That's also like more or less recap. Next. Then they say, come on boss, company form of business, people expect dividend, and that dividend will be on the basis of accounts. Accounts should be audited, and who's doing this business, who will declare? Okay, the meeting, they declare the dividend, but who will recommend the dividend? Board of directors. So read about board of directors, right? Read about board of directors, KMP, right? Their meetings, procedure, restrictions, all of that. But there is a chance that they might do some mischief, right? There is a chance that they might do something wrong. So what should happen? There's some inspection, inquiry, investigation should happen, right? Some sort of arrangement will have to be done, right? We'll have to stop them, prevent them from mismanagement, oppression. Yes or no? Now you just think and tell me, what are they? Topics are there. Sir, company formation, conversion. Next, sir, investment and loan, sir. Then Dividend, sir. Then followed by accounts audit, sir. Next, the directors related 3 chapters, sir. Right? Appointment, qualification, KMP, board meetings, remuneration. Yes, sir. Then, sir, directors only related. These 3 are relating to directors. Then, inspection, inquiry, investigation, III. Then, sir, arrangement, sir, CAA. And then, prevention of oppression and mismanagement. This was module number 1. Then, module 2, IBC. Module 3, sir, CSR, sustainability, corporate governance. Next, sir, SEBI regulation, sir. FEMA, sir. Next, Competition Act, sir. Banking sector related laws, sir. Sir, insurance sector related, sir. Sir, MSME, sir. Money laundering, right? Anti-money laundering. Sir, cyber security and data privacy. So, module wise 1 to 11, and if I go topic wise, probably you'll say 20 topics are there, right? 9 plus 10 or 19, 20, whatever. Okay? Followed. So, you know your syllabus well. Right. Now, if you just observe here, they have given further details like we were discussing. They've also given, like when we said SEBI laws, IPO, insider trading, takeover trade. Okay, takeover code, sorry. This is the detailed one. Do you need again? No, no. That's where we come to objective. That's where we come to objective. Is it visible to you properly? If not, don't worry. We will take care. If you are not able to understand something, I will tell you whatever I discuss. Okay. So now, Companies Act, they have said that you need to have in-depth knowledge. They're setting the objective. The syllabus you understood, these are the topics. Now, at which level or how you should study or read? They're saying these are the objectives. You should read in such a way that the objective is met. Objective is achieved. And why is objective important? Sir, based on objective, we'll decide our strategy. Yes or no, guys? Based on objective, we'll decide our approach. I think yesterday also I've told you. Based on the objective, we'll decide our approach. You don't know objective, how will you decide? Isn't it? Simple example again from day-to-day life I will give you. I'm giving you examples from your day-to-day life so that you connect with the subject and understand it properly and remember, of course. Our friend Ishwar says, sir, I want AIR 1. My objective is AIR 1, nothing less than that. My dear friend Shashidhar says, sir, I want to clear it in first attempt. Come what may, first attempt I want to clear. Venkat says, sir, I want to clear. Whether it is first, third, fifth, no worries. But I want to clear. Vijay says, sir, Mavaya garu unnaru. So whether I clear or not, it doesn't make any difference. I have my father-in-law. I'm not saying this, Vijay is saying, right? So I have my father-in-law, he'll take care of me, whether I clear CMA or not, it doesn't matter. Not that he doesn't want to, but in case it doesn't, it's okay. So now 4 friends of ours or 4 students having 4 different objectives. Understand? Now do you think Ishwar will miss any class? Do you think Ishwar will miss any of the instructions which the teachers give here? What about Shashidhar? Do you think he'll miss out? Probably no, sir, because he also wants to clear it in first attempt. So he may not, but he may miss out some instruction because first attempt is what he's aiming for, not AIR and all. What about Venkat? Some class maybe, because you understood, no? And what about our friend Vijay? He will be an outstanding student. Yes or no? Understand outstanding student? Standing out near the tea stall. He'll come, but he'll be there. Next attempt chuddam ra. Right? We'll see in the next attempt. So there is a possibility of this. That means objective is defining your actions. Correct me if I'm wrong. So here also we don't know objective, we are studying and we don't know which level we have to study. We'll go for a toss. So please understand what are they saying here. In-depth knowledge we want from company law. Develop a clear understanding of the rationale behind provisions. So see, I'm not doing a favor to you, I'm doing my duty only. Institute is saying, read this subject, study this subject in a way that you get in-depth knowledge and you know the provisions. Sir, we are obedient students, sir. Very good. Keep writing as well, guys, whatever you feel like. Okay. Right, sir. So can we say here that they are expecting expert knowledge? Come on, answer. Yes, sir. In-depth knowledge means what? Expert knowledge, no? Develop even the understanding of the rationale. So that, what does that mean? Expert knowledge, no? An expert will know not just the provision but also the rationale behind the provision. Want participation in the class, guys. Next, IBC. They're saying to have fair idea. Fair idea you have, enough. Next, corporate governance, CSR, social, CSR and then sustainability. Detailed understanding of the concept. Okay. Okay, let's just scan through first, then we'll try to. Then SEBI laws, have an overview of important SEBI regulations. Okay. Competition Act, have a fair knowledge. Develop detailed understanding. Okay. Next, laws relating to banking and insurance, obtain overview. MSME, overview. Understand the role of these cyber laws in ensuring data security and privacy issues. Understand the role. That means again, if you understand, overview. Next, money laundering, overview. So if you understand here, what they're talking about is from this part. It is all what? Overview, overview, overview. So can we say basic knowledge? Yes, sir. Basic knowledge is enough here. So when we study, if we have that basic knowledge, it will help for sure. Unless they change the trend. That's a different thing. And when it comes to IBC to EMA, can I say basic plus some working knowledge? Some higher level is needed? Yes or no? Fair idea. It's not just basic idea, fair idea. Detailed understanding. Okay, if not expert level of understanding, detailed understanding. Then they say fair knowledge. You'll say, sir, SEBI laws, they said overview. Yeah, but then when you look at the questions, you'll find something more only is there. That's where I am calling this as also working knowledge. So what I am trying to tell you is, when you study this, these topics, these laws which are there, you need to know company law, expert knowledge is expected. And expert means he will not know any basics, correct? Yes, sir. No, expert will know. If someone asks you now, let me test this. You have seen many a times they say company is liable. Officer in default is liable. You know, company pays fine 1 to 10 lakhs. Officer in default 25,000 to 5 lakhs. Like that they'll write. When we say officer in default is liable, first thing, who is an officer in default? Right, so you need to know the definition of officer in default, that too properly or not. Yes. You don't know, then can you call yourself as an expert? No way. So kindly understand, my dear friends, you need to know basics as well. Second thing, when we say officer in default has to pay fine, that means he will pay it from his personal account. Am I right? And when we say company has to pay fine, that means company has to pay from its account. So now when we say officer in default has to pay from his account, that means officer in default is getting punished. When we say company has to pay from its account, company is getting punished. And when we say company is getting punished, means, don't you think shareholders, members are getting punished? Because company's wealth comes down, that means ultimately shareholders' wealth comes down. Sir, but why are they punishing shareholders, members? Officer in default they're punishing, okay, but then why are they punishing? Indirectly they're punishing shareholders, members, but why? You tell me, who did this wrong thing or non-compliance and all? You'll say, sir, board of directors, officers in default, they did. So they are punished, but why company punished, sir? Who appointed these directors and all? You do something wrong, people will say, didn't your parents teach that? Didn't your school even shared this with you? Yes or no? So you did something wrong, but they blame or they abuse your parents or your school, teachers and all. Same way, there's a possibility in law as well. You understand that because shareholders, members are somewhere responsible for the appointment of these directors, if directors are liable to penalty or maybe fine, that means in a way, who's getting penalized? Shareholders or members, and I hope you understand the reason. So this is the level of understanding we need, at least in company law, if not in other laws. We need to have that expert knowledge when we say conceptual way of learning. You understand conceptual way? Conceptual way is nothing but thinking about application, thinking about implication. End-to-end approach. Did you know this point which I shared now? You knew that company is punished means indirectly shareholders, members were punished? No. That means you have not read conceptually. Now we'll have to study conceptually. And you knew it, then that means you have been reading conceptually. So there's no problem. Anyways, we are here to learn. No, we are here to study. We are not here to blame you, me, or anyone else. We're here to study subject properly the way it should be studied. Okay, at least company law, expert, and remaining, working knowledge, basic knowledge. That's what is the objective with which we will have to deal. Okay. So, sir, what should we write here? First, simple, what I have written E, that is expert knowledge for. You're not writing anything, guys. I don't know why. Very few are writing. You can say objective. You can put the heading. Like objective is the heading here. So you can say, boss, module 1, expert knowledge. Module 2 to module 6, sir is saying working knowledge. And then module 7 onwards, meaning 7 to 11 is basic knowledge. At least write that. Be helpful. Isn't it? See, writing is important even to keep yourself alive in the classes. Do you think I'm Kapil Sharma, who can always crack jokes or maybe state humor? No, it's not possible. If that would have been the case, I would have been with him on that show, right? So, I'll try my level best to keep the class lively and keep you alive in the class. But then you also have to put in some efforts, right, from your side. And one way is writing, correct? Second way is interacting, asking questions or answering my questions. That way you'll be alive. That way you'll enjoy the subject as well. Correct? No. Now, coming to what did I write on the right hand side? If you just observe, level of knowledge, expert, working, basic. I think understood. The objective of our classes also includes not just understanding, but also application, implication, plus presentation. As I've told you yesterday, I guess, that we are here to even know about presentation. Think okay? Okay? Presentation. And presentation, when I say, I'm talking about only written, right? No, sir. Oral as well. Oral presentation also matters, no? Client comes to you. Sorry, I don't speak. I write. Every time you'll write and show it to him. You go to authorities. Every time you'll write and show. No. You have to speak. So you have to work on your oral presentation. That is why when you ask me some question, I'll say, speak in English. When you're answering some question, I'll say, come on, English only. You understand why? Because you have to improve. Or you say some word which is not right, not apt. I will say, please change the word. Oh, for what, boss? For your own good, no. If you say something wrong, it will not affect me, but it will affect you. So something, at least with respect to oral presentation also, I need to guide. And that's what we will take care. Objective of classes is not just understanding, but also application and presentation, which includes oral and written both. Next thing, not just memorizing. Please understand. If you have come here only to memorize the subject, by heart the subject, and go and vomit in the exam, I would request you to not attend these classes. Because then you will not like these classes. Just by heart. Are we for that? Are we here for that mechanical process of just by hearting the provisions? As I've told you, conceptually, if you understand, automatically, if not 100%, 50%, you'll remember, and remaining you can cover up with your revisions. Understanding, logic, and rational or reason. The institute also is saying, so that's where we are doing. And more than that, I will say my objective, personal objective is, I should be able to create interest in all of you towards this subject, so-called theory subject. Okay, I want you to be interested in this subject like you have interest in tax, costing, financial management and all, same way, because this also plays an important role in profession, in society. So that's what I want to do. Second objective which I have kept for myself is make things simple. And these two are the most difficult things. Anything, if you want to make it simple, is not easy. Anything which you want to make it interesting is not easy. Understand? But I want to do these two things that make everything simple for you and make everything which we discuss interesting for you. And once it becomes interesting, obviously you will take care of it by yourself, isn't it? Later on as well. Clear? Sir, I have cleared my cmainter in 5th attempt. Now what about CMA finals, sir? I have already told you, train your brain, right? Have the positive mindset. Whatever happened in the past has happened, boss. Now we are in present. I'm not even saying future. Now, present. This is in your control, no? Future also is not in your control. Past anyways gone, sunk cost. Present is what is there in your hands and you can control it. You can do whatever you want to at this moment. Take care of it. Let's take care of it properly. Now you're thinking of examination. How will it help? First understand what have you come for. Understand that. Then maybe you strategize for examination. It makes sense, isn't it? So live in the present. It's very, very important. And then plan for future. Of course, we'll plan for future. But if you miss out on present, then future also will be barbad. And you barbad, thing, all destroyed. Please follow what I am saying. Ultimately, this is what we aim for in the examination. Because you'll say, sir, all these good things are understanding, application, right, presentation, all that. But what about exam? So, if you do all of this, ultimately you can get 60 plus. Our target is minimum 60. That's why I wrote 60 plus. So, Ishwar says, no, sir, 70 plus. Okay, you write 70 plus in big letters. Huh? Yes or no, guys? If this is my notebook and sir is asking me, then I will write 70 plus. And daily I will say 70 plus. Daily I will scribble on this, overwriting or writing, whatever we used to do in our faith school, kindergarten, LKG, UKG, 70 plus. Daily I'll write. Why? Reminder to me. I have to score this. Reminder to me, daily basis, 70 plus. Manifestation, you understand? I will manifest. And obviously when I manifest, I'll put efforts also, action also will be there. So this is my dream. I have to remind myself daily. What, boss? You should have written by now. You're just staring at me again. Arey, write your objective. What are you thinking of? 70 plus, 80 plus, 60 plus. Minimum is? How much is passing marks? That is what you have to throw out from your mind. It's not 40, it's 50. 50. Sir, why? Aggregate. If you understand passing mark is 15 every subject, every paper, automatically your aggregate is taken care. If you think 40 marks is passing marks, then somewhere some problem will be there and you will fall on the aggregate. Correct or not? So please remove 40 from your mind. Whatever CMA Institute says, you don't have to follow literally. Say, no boss, for me 50 plus. And if you know that this particular paper is interesting, right? I want more marks than this. Like we said, 70 plus, 60 plus, whatever. Aim for it. Write it in big letters. Remind yourself daily. When you open the book, it should be quite visible. Still you're not writing, guys. Come on, write it. Those who are not writing, please write. Please write. I'm telling you, this helps. Maybe if you have your study desk or something, personal study desk, hostel, somewhere, put that 70 plus, 60 plus. Daily it should be visible. It should remind you so that if you are thinking of something else, you'll come back. Okay? Right? So syllabus you know, objective you know, of classes, of yourself, of the subject with which you have to study. Right? Which you are going to study. Now let's see the question paper pattern. Let's see the question paper pattern. Because, sir, Ultimately, it's about question paper. So what is the pattern like? And all of us know that there is subjective and objective both, right? Descriptive and objective both are there, having a weightage of what? Some 30-70 they say. But you know, in descriptive, it's not 70 marks. Rather, you will get questions in choice or for choice as well. So in a way, you get more marks, out of which you have to write, you have to attempt 70 marks. So 30 marks is your MCQs, 70 marks is what you have to attempt in descriptive. Maximum marks of the question paper is 128 marks. That means 28 marks is for test. So which question we should leave in choice, all that should be discussed after we complete the syllabus. Now if I discuss that, will it make sense? No. So let's not waste time in saying which one will should and all, or which type of questions, which weightage, which topic. Arey boss, let's not talk about it. Okay. So now if you could see here, this is from your examination question, examination paper or question paper only. Clip or this I have pasted here. I hope you could see. Okay. Any important word which you want me to highlight? Let's see whether you or not. The final examination, June 20, all that is okay, boss. Sir, one important word, one important thing, sir. Times are 3 hours. This is very important. That means whenever you are going to practice questions, meaning not questions, but writing answers to those questions, or should I say practice questions? Practice answer to the questions, you should keep a timer so that you know how much time you're taking. Because ultimately, you have to write the answers to the questions in or within 3 hours. Keep that in mind always. Second thing, the full marks 100. That's okay. I've already mentioned maximum marks which you have to attempt is 100. Okay. Next thing which is important. I'm waiting for you. You tell me, I will mark. Oh, first one compulsory, next one we have choices, all that is okay. Very, very good. Love you, boss. Assumptions. Say thank you. I appreciate it. You're staring at me. I'm just embarrassed. Did I say something wrong? Right? So kindly understand assumptions word which is there. Questions in the examination may not give you complete facts. And when complete facts are not there, you need to assume and write the answer. You can't blame the CMA. Which question you've given, what question you've given, you have not completed the question, not given full facts. See, in the school, teacher used to come. If science exam is there, science teacher will come to the all, okay, beta. And you used to say yes, or you used to say no, third question. Okay, skip that. It was easy. But now do we have that? No. Here, we can't blame, we can't go and ask that institute. Rather, we have to assume and write. That's what they've also mentioned. Because they know sometimes we may not give all the facts. So you have to take assumptions for answering. Clear to you? Then sir, it's all fine. It was the question paper once, as we could see. Right, December 25 question paper. Then we have here. Sir, why did you download 2 papers, sir? To help you understand, when you have a look at it, observe the difference. Okay, that will help you understand that every time it is not like the previous attempt. There may be some changes as well. Okay, anyways, so section A comprises of MCQs, 15 MCQs, each carrying a weightage of 2 marks. That is how 30 marks, right? 2 into 15, 2 marks, 15 questions. You see some case scenario here, and then you have some MCQs, 1, 2, 3. Okay, have a look at it once. 5, 6, as you could see now, right? These are independent case scenarios. Okay, then 11, 12, 13, 14, getting it? 15. So some case scenario based MCQs, some independent MCQs. Okay. Sir, one good thing which we observed is it's not lengthy. Questions are not lengthy. But if they decide to test you, they might give you lengthy questions. So you will be wasting time on reading only. Like CA examinations, they're doing that. The question paper itself is of 28 pages, 24 pages and all. Yeah, even here in some subjects, but at least in law, corporate and economic laws, as of now, they have not done it. In your attempt, you never know. Anyways, I'm not scaring, but you have to be prepared for everything. Then section B, answer any 5 questions from 2 to 8. Correct? First question compulsory, that is MCQs. Done. Now we are saying descriptive 2 to 8. You have 2 choices. Okay. Each question carries 14 marks. Okay. Now see 2A, 7 marks. And you can understand that this is a case study question. Yes or no? Then B, again for 7 marks. Again some case study based question. Yes or who knows, sir? There doesn't seem to be any name or something. But first line you check, it is there. Then third, A, B, 7, 7. Yes or no? Now 4, A, B, 7, 7. 5, A, B. So what happened in 5th question? Direct question, no case study. 6th, A, B, right? 7, 7. Direct question. 7th one, A, B, 7 marks, 7 marks. Sir, here direct question, but one case scenario. 8th one question, case study, 1 question, direct. So there is a mix of both, right? Case study as well as direct question. So can you study only from the perspective of direct question? No. Same way, not even case study based, mix of both. Sir, I will leave in choice all. As I've told you, that strategizing or strategy should be always at the end, not now. Okay. Now let's see the recent one. So just see again, first one, some case scenario, and then you have some. Come on, guys. See, MCQs 1 to 4, case scenario based. Then you'll have independent ones. Here they've written the heading. Earlier, no heading. So they've improved, no? See the difference. So they are helping us. Then 4, 5, 6, okay, sir, 50 are there, fine, we understand. And here also, lovely, sir. They did not give case studies, big questions and all. So at least we'll be saving time on reading. Now comes section B, which is obviously the descriptive type. 2 to 8, 14 marks each, answer any 5. Same like the last attempt. Now you see 2, A, B, 7, 7. 3, A, B, 7, 7. 4, A, B, 7, 7. 5, A, B, 7, 7. Okay. 6, A, B, 7, 7. 7, A, B, 7, 7, 7. 8, A, B, 7, 7. Sir, what happened here? If you have observed, they have hardly asked case study based questions. That means those students who thought there will be more of case study based questions and did not prepare properly for direct questions, obviously would find this paper to be tough. They'll not even say challenging, they'll start using the negative term tough. So very wrong, no? So kindly understand, that is where I say always, don't go by the trend. You prepare properly in such a way, let them ask whatever they want to, let them ask the way they want to. We will say, I am ready, we are ready, you ask. That should be your level of confidence, and that's all possible provided you study properly, provided you know what has to be done. Clear to you? Right, sir. Question paper done. Any questions in question paper pattern? Any questions till now with respect to objective syllabus? Is all fine? Great. Now, students ask this question, sir, you have become a chartered accountant, so you will talk big things. 60 plus 70 plus anta. But is it really possible? We don't know the legal language, we can't even match. No problem. No one is expecting you to write the same language which is there in the bare act of the book. What we are expecting is that content should be correct, should be able to approach the question properly. Understand? So please know that if you use sophisticated language, automatically, okay, you have to know the content, but content you cannot write in the language which you use in your day-to-day life, no? Come on, guys. Will you use day-to-day language? No, sir. Some sophisticated language. So how will we make the language sophisticated? 4 ingredients, 4 masalas. What are those masalas? Simple English, but grammatically correct. If grammar goes wrong, meaning changes. So grammatically correct. I keep interacting with many students and I see grammatically they do a lot of mistakes. First mistake which I have observed a lot is they'll say was as is as was. Present tense they'll make it past, past tense they'll make it present, which will cost a lot in at least this paper. Numericals okay, but this paper it will. So you have to understand simple English and focus on slightly some grammar. Advanced level of English no one is expecting. Automatically it becomes advanced language because the next 2 elements which I have written, what is that? Legal terms and euphemisms. Legal Latin terms you have to use, then your language will look automatically sophisticated, advanced. And as I said, euphemisms. What is euphemisms? Less harsh words, polite words. You understand? Polite words, less harsh words. If you use that, then language will look sophisticated or not. Entra. Will you like it? No, sir. This is not the way you address or probably say things. Isn't it? There's a polite way of talking. Come on, guys, answer. If I go to the income tax department and say take bribe and do my work, he'll kill me. But if I say, please do the work for me and as a consideration, please take this water bottle as gift, will he mind? It was a gift from my client or from the associate. Okay. Polite words. Words play magic. Words play magic. Now you might have observed when I called the coordinator who was doing some setting before the class started, I forgot his name. So what did I address him or how did I call him? Ray Ikara. No. How did I call him? Brother. I said Tamudu, brother, please. So what is that? Nothing but trying to use euphemism. So not just in subject, in life also it's important. Clear to you? 4 elements we have to use. Then 60 plus 70 plus is possible and your language will look sophisticated. You have to do some writing practice, of course. Which type of writing practice? Only classroom notes which you are writing now will be enough? No, sir. This is the only for keeping ourselves alive, easy revision and all. But then ultimately, this way you can't write in the exam. So that's why we'll be writing test. But for that test that means test whenever they're conducted. So for that, don't you think you'll have to do some daily practice, writing practice? And daily writing practice by taking the questions from the examination, from your model test papers. Yes or no? Also prepare glossary. What is glossary? All important words, important things at one place. I'll show you tomorrow the format also, which the items as well as the format in which you can prepare. So prepare your new notebook properly with your classroom notes and glossary. If you prepare properly, revision will become easy. And do this writing practice, meaning the answers to the examination question. Then you'll get confidence that yes, I am able to write. Because many of the times I've observed students saying, I know the subject, but I'm unable to write. I don't know which word to use. Isn't it? It happens with all of us. Or, sir, I know content properly, but yes. So that is where, please, let's understand we practice writing as well. Okay. In classroom sometimes, but then you will have to do it yourself as well. Is it clear? Any doubts here? You understood writing? 4 types of writing. Okay. As a test periodically, mock test, I think you know that. Yes or no? Great. So now if you have this question, what about books? Come on, what am I clearing or what am I talking about? Certain questions which are there in your mind, no? I'm clarifying. Syllabus clear, objective clear, right? Language, writing clear. Now books. You will get 2 concept book, 2 compiler. Okay, meaning 1 concept book is there, which is divided into 2 volumes, and then 1 compiler, which is nothing but question bank, again divided into 2 volumes. Company law will be 1, other topics will be volume 2 for compiler and concept both. Is it clear to you? The concept book will be a color one, and the compiler obviously can be black and white. So it will be black and white. Fine. Sir, what is the source for the compiler? Where will you get questions in compiler from? Obviously past examination, model test papers, all of that. Study material. We'll take questions from there and obviously, okay. Sometimes even I'll share PDFs of the handwritten notes or charts which I prepare in the class. Okay, I'll do that as well, so that in case you want to, because you don't have time to write, please we can refer that. And if at all some amendment comes after our batch gets over or something like that, or something is missed in the book by any chance, though proper care is taken, but still we're human beings, then some handout, some other resources when required. Okay, so books, any doubt? Notebook you have to buy yourself, you have already bought. Jokes apart, come back. Test, anyways we said some periodical test. Sir, we are not interested. Okay, your wish, isn't it? India is a democratic country. I'll not force, I'll guide, I'll suggest. Do it or not, it's up to you, because based on your objective you'll decide. What, Vijay? Now doubts, never ask me any doubts, isn't it? No sir, we can always ask doubts, because I believe even silliest doubt matters. Probably we think it is silly, but you never know the depth in it. Please share. If I cannot resolve your doubt during the class, or I think that it is not required, we will take it up afterwards. But doubts have to be clear. After completion of the classes, the batch also, we can be in touch with each other, no? Not touch each other, touch with each other, I'm saying. See the relevance of with. Language matters. So, you know, WhatsApp is there, or probably email is there, and all these days we can stay connected if we wish to. If you have doubts after the batch, after the classes, again, I'm all in, I can help you, so you approach. Okay, here. Sir, will you give any homework daily or periodically? Yes, there are some homeworks which you have to do, meaning daily revise. Yes sir, this is not a homework we have to do. Yeah, that's what the list is, like that only. So daily revise from your classroom notes, handwritten notes which I provide, concept book which will give. Maybe if you want, you can use even study material of your CMA institute. Prepare glossary. Don't prepare glossary, then how will you revise from glossary one day before examination? Do writing practice. Minimum one you should do, especially case study based questions. If not direct questions, at least case study based questions. Till the time you get that comfort, confidence, yes, I can write any case study question properly, you have to. Some MCQs you have to solve. Maybe after the topic gets over. If not daily basis, at least periodically after the topic, MCQs, because you have MCQs, you have seen the question paper, isn't it? We have to. Then, come on, compiler question solving. So whatever I discuss in the class, okay. Whatever I don't discuss in the class, that's a homework for you. So which I think is on the same model, right? So you can solve it. I'll solve one, second one you can solve. Or I think it's damn easy, you can solve it. That will be homework for you. Okay. Then I give a lot of optional homework. In case you want to become deserving CMAs, you want to become CMA? I want you to become deserving CMA. So when people look at you, they should say, yeah, he deserved to, she deserved to be a CMA. Okay. Suppose people say, huh? You could have passed now. You also cleared CMA. You also have become a CMA. That's like he's abusing you, if you understand. That's a gali, isn't it? And we don't want that. Everyone should say, yes, you deserved. You deserved, and I'm happy for you. And that will come when you solve some optional homework. Meaning, I'll say visit NCLT, NCLAT, go to High Court, go to Income Tax Department. Okay, take out Memorandum of Association of Reliance Industries Limited from its website, refer it. See the draft red herring prospectus of the public issue of the recent company. Understand what I'm saying? So something from our subject, and that optional homework you may do it now if time permits. If time doesn't permit, then you can do it after examination when you're waiting for the results and you have nothing to do. So instead of just watching movies, probably you can do this optional homework. So the day when you become CMA, people will say, wow, he deserved. And that fear, that phobias which you have now will all go away. Because ultimately this is about bread and butter. CMA you have chosen as your life, not just profession. Am I right or wrong? 10th class, 12th class, what you studied, you don't know whether you will be using it or not, but you certainly know all this what you're studying will be used in your life, in your profession. So obviously that is what is going to give you bread and butter. So when you're studying something for bread and butter, needs to be studied properly. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. Do these optional homeworks, maybe then, if not now. If small ones are there, smaller ones are there, you can do it now itself. Okay, it takes time. Okay, no worries, later. That's why optional. Then, I've told you yesterday also, I guess, discussion among yourself. Left side girls, right side boys. I don't know, your wish. But then, I'm all okay if you have discussions. Rather, you should have discussions. You should discuss the provisions, discuss the doubts with each other. It will help you a lot. That will help you improve your soft skills, your communication skills, social skills. Essential, no? You're thinking that you'll become CMA means you'll become everything. No. You have to become a better person, better professional, good professional as well. And for that, soft skills are important. Technical skills you're getting. Soft skills you need to add. That is where you'll become deserving, successful CMA or successful professional. Clear? Just your wish, boss. But these are my suggestions. These are the homeworks which I want you to have. Sir, now we are not able to write. Can I take pic of this? Of course. Who's stopping you? No one is stopping you. You can take pic. You have phones with you, you can. If you don't have phones, you can get them and have it. Fine, guys. Certain do's and don'ts for the classes. Certain do's and don'ts. Like you got to know, oh, mobile, I can take some pics if I want to. Yes. So that is allowed. Not a problem. That is the do. Sir, I want to go out. Go. But come back fast. Allowed. Not a problem. Don't disturb the whole class. Silently, quietly go. Come back. Sir, 3 times. No. 1 time. Understand, reasonableness has to be there. And first time he goes, second time he goes, third time he goes. What is this going on? Once in a while, it's okay. Sir, I'm hungry, I want to eat. Allowed, no problem. Munch something if you want to. But if possible, please go for veg because this is a closed room. You eat non-veg. I am a pure vegetarian. So I may have some discomfort with respect to smell. So that's only my request. I'm not against. I'm not asking you to convert yourself or turn yourself to vegetarian. That's your call. Completely okay. But then you want to munch something, you have some groundnut, you have some dry fruits, buttermilk, you want to, please go ahead. No issues. Because see, my idea is I want you to focus on the subject. These are small things, boss. And if that can give you satisfaction, peace, and your need is satisfied, and you can concentrate in the class, why should I stop? He says, sir, I'm not well. I want to lie down for some time. Please. Sir, I'm feeling sleepy because I couldn't sleep last night well. I want to sleep for 2 minutes. 5 minutes. Sleep, no problem. 5 minutes will help you. Come back. No, sir, I want to sleep for the whole class. Then why did you come? Reasonableness. Isn't it? That we need to understand. But otherwise, why should I have a problem? If that nap can help you to concentrate in the subject in the class better, why should I object? Tell me. I should not. We are not school kids here. I'm not your teacher, to be honest. I'm a facilitator who's helping you understand how this subject should be read, how this subject will be practiced in the profession. Clear? So see, some do's, don'ts which I have written there. Do's, trust whom? The process. This is the process. You trust the process, then only it helps. You trust the resources which you have, the books which you have, right? The teacher, meaning the facilitator, basically, not faculty or not teacher, facilitator, meaning me. Most importantly, trust yourself. Sir, I think I have not understood. Sir, I think I don't remember. Sir, I think I don't know anything. Sir, I don't know this, I don't know that. This will not help. Self-doubt should be erased. Trust yourself, that's very important. In interviews also, when you go to companies and all, you'll find few people who are academically so sound or so good are rejected. Why? Because they don't see your degrees alone. They'll see your personality. They'll see your approach also. They'll see how much confidence you have. Because everything which you have studied will not come. You'll have to work on those things also which you have not studied. So that all is possible only when you have confidence. You trust yourself. Otherwise not, guys. Please prepare yourself for that. Don't just prepare for your CMA examination. That anyways you have to do. But side by side, work on these areas also so that you become deserving CMA. So that people say, yes, he can be taken in any company, any firm. Okay? Then obviously without saying it goes, regularity and punctuality. One day you attend class, 3 days you are absent, will not help. Because see, I'll teach B, and then when it comes to P, I will say ulta of B. Now those who have attended B, those who have attended the class where I taught B, they'll say ulta P, B. Oh, that means this. Those who have not attended, they will not know how to write P. Are you getting my point? Everything is linked, boss. Someone will say company law, if I miss, I can attend SEBI regulations. No. SEBI is for listed companies. You have to know something about company law. So connecting will be possible then, otherwise not. So one has to understand things are interlinked, if not completely, but to some extent. Regularity, punctuality is must, and we are professionals. We need to understand the relevance of these things. Daily revision, homework, writing practice, participation in the class that you might have understood by now, interaction, writing test, communication. The whole problem comes because you don't communicate, or miscommunication happens between us. Suppose that guy, that person, that student is laughing, and I thought he's laughing at me, and I just scolded him in the class. Miscommunication. Don't you think spoil our relationship? Yes or no? So what he should do? Come, sir, I was not laughing at you. My friend cracked the joke. The subject, if it's hurting you or hurted you, sorry. Matter finished. I'll also understand. I'll also say, sorry, boss. Didn't mean. I thought subject. Sir, sorry, but I did not understand this, sir. Can you just explain? Or can you guide me, sir? Finish the matter. Getting my point? Communication. Any relationship, communication is very important. Most of the problems are because of miscommunication. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right attitude. Because if you show attitude, what will happen? Everyone has ego. You believe it or not, everyone, even a small kid has ego these days. Everyone has ego. So don't you think I'll also have? But is it that we are here to show each other's ego? We're not here to fight. We are here to learn the subject properly. So let's have the right attitude towards everyone, not just towards me, towards the class, towards your fellow student, okay, towards your neighbor, towards your friend, towards your classmates as well. Please follow. It matters to me. It matters to me a lot. Next, notebook, required stationery like highlighter, color pens. If you want to carry, please carry. If you want to carry your icmai study material, please. That. Okay, so all these are do's. You need to read between the lines reasonably. Disturbance of, as I've told you again and again, you're going, coming out. That means that will irritate me, irritate others, disturb the flow of the class. You have to be reasonable and avoid disturbance. You have to use your brain there. Am I disturbing others? If yes, he wants to get up. So slowly get up because you're sitting on the chair. So see to that you don't follow your book, or probably you don't make a lot of noise. The class silent. Come back. Am I wrong in saying this? Why is these things for only me? No. For having our classes efficiently, properly. With that aim, I have written this. Still you have doubts? If you have, probably these are the doubts which generally students ask me. Sir, hungry, so I've already answered. Sir, thirsty, I think I've already answered. Next, sleepy during the class, already answered. Sir, demotivated to study, if I can help, I will. Because I'm not a motivational speaker and all, okay. But I understand all of us are going through something or the other in our lives, and you think I can help you with that because that will help you to study, motivate you to study. Maybe if it within my reach, I would love to. I'm not just here to teach this subject. I'm here to make you profession ready, life ready as well. At least to some extent. That's my basic duty actually. I'm not doing favor. So it will give you satisfaction, it will give me satisfaction, and I want that. Okay. So let's have a healthy relation. Let's try to connect, communicate, whatever is the issue. Let's try to understand, solve it. Together we will study and make our lives better. Okay. Backup that you can ask the academy. Don't know about it. My phone number and all, if they permit, I will share it with you. Okay. Website, YouTube. Because you'll get to know other. But you know, academy has it. YouTube channel, website and all, where you can stay connected, or anyways you can contact me. I will share the details. Okay. There are other questions which students ask. I have written it. Any other question you have apart from this? Is it clear? Question paper clear? Objective clear? Writing, books, doubts, test. Come on, answer. This I think I've told you, right? I don't have to repeat. Trend off, changing the trend. So don't believe the trend too much, whether you're seeing whatever. If you really want to help others, is my philosophy. And now, again, if you read literally, you will laugh only. But if you read between the lines, you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you is, if I really want to help you, then I should help you in such a way that you become independent. Now, Shashidhar comes and says, sir, I need 10,000 rupees, sir, to pay my fees, sir. Please help me. Please help me. Or a rich person, sir. Like, okay. Maybe I have the capacity to give him 10,000. So I gave. Second time he comes. Sir, fees, sir. Sir, rent, sir. Hostel rent. I gave 10,000. Third time. Do you think again he'll come to me? And do you think because of this, probably every time, maybe me, then he'll start approaching some other guy, some other person. What will happen then? He'll become dependent on others. But first time when he comes, I tell him, boss, I will help you, but provided you help me. You help me in my material preparation. You help me maybe in something else with respect to subject, with respect to profession. We'll give you that support. Or maybe at this point of time, because you're writing exam, I cannot help you. Let's do one thing. Take this money now, but after exams, come to me, work with me for 1 month. So what am I doing? Making him realize that making money, getting money is not easy. Somewhere independent. You come up with some doubt. I'll not give you straight away the answer, even though I know. I will say search this first, read this first. Then you will understand that's the better way of learning, no? Directly I give you everything. Will you appreciate? Will you like it? And will it help you first of all? So we should help each other in such a way that we make each other independent. I came to the class yesterday first time. They put some cloth on my eyes and they got me here. Yes or no? No, sir. What nonsense. With open eyes I've come, no? So today, did you see anyone accompanying me? Independently I came. That's what we have to do. Okay. As I've said, I'm always happy to. Now, sir, all this is okay, but then you have not shared anything about yourself. And I know, and intentionally I have not. Reason being, at least by now, in this whatever 2.5 hours which we have shared yesterday, you got to know something about me. Now if I share, it will be, come on, making some sense. Probably you'll be able to connect. Probably you will believe, you'll not believe. Isn't it? Just for the namesake, why should I give my introduction, or why should I say why the classes? Isn't it? So now, you've seen my name already. I know. Not that I'm very famous personality or something, but then at least you know my name. Right? I'm a chartered accountant by qualification and in teaching profession by passion. So by profession, I am into teaching, right? By passion, I'm into teaching. It's like 6th standard, I started teaching. When I was in my 6th standard, I used to teach my siblings, my cousins. And then when I entered my 11th standard, that time I started taking formally tuition. So my teaching journey began quite early. And then when I was working, after qualifying as a CA, when I was working with Big Fours, one of the Big Fours, EY, I realized that teaching is my life. Teaching is my passion. I want to get into this for the full time. That's where, so that means after qualifying as a CA, I worked with few of the companies like Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited, if you've heard of, Dr. Reddy's Pharmaceutical Company, Oracle, then why? And before qualifying, even Tata Teleservices Limited. Okay, then came full time into teaching. That means that time also I was into teaching, but part time. Since 2009 January, I'm full time into teaching. That's where I say 17 plus years of teaching experience. More into face to face now, trying to get into online as well. That's where people don't know me because of face to face mode. Now I've decided I will be before this as well and try to reach more students as much as possible. So that's my whatever. Then I teach CA, CMA students, subject called as, call it as law, but I call it as corporate law, business laws. I don't teach every type of law, right? Taxation is also a law, and strategic management to some extent whenever because I find that interesting and love that subject personally. I have conducted classes in past in Mumbai and Nagpur for CA final. Nagpur, of course, CA foundation to final. And recently got chance to associate in some academies in Bangalore and Chennai as well. So taking classes there as well. Hyderabad is hometown. I am born and brought up in Hyderabad rather. Okay, but still I don't know Telugu. Excuse me for that. I'm learning that as well. Realized that that was a blunder, mistake rather. Trying to learn, have conversation in Telugu where required, not in classes. Not for classes I'm learning, but outside. And then I have taken classes at ICI, that is CA Institute chapter also, Hyderabad, quite for a long time. For CA final I used to take there. Post COVID I'm not taking. And I always believe that logic is what should always keep in mind whenever we're studying something. I'm very particular about that. And as I've told you, I want to make this subject interesting. That's always my endeavor. That's what always I want. And I strongly believe in this line, knowledge is power. Correct? No. Knowledge is power only when applied. Not able to apply, then how can we say that knowledge is powerful? Knowledge becomes powerful only when you know how to apply. I'm very organized. I like to be systematic. So that is where you will find that the classes and things which I take it up will be in a flow. I don't disturb generally the flow and all. That's my habit. I don't know whether it's good, bad, but that's how I am. Okay. And anyways, conceptual exam, part of job which I do. This is some brief about. Okay. Sir, what about your family? That doesn't matter, right? It doesn't. Let's not talk about that. But sir, why we should attend your classes? Those who are still in dilemma or probably don't know, then I've written this for them. Experience matters. I have experience. You will understand very soon when I start with the topics as well. Now also you might have. The experience is what is actually helping me share those things. What do you think this PPT was there in first batch when I started in Jan 2009? Do you think that this PPT orientation was there? But then experience has taught me that students have questions. First few days at least, they will have a lot of questions. We should address them. Now at least happily you will sit, you know who's this person, what is the subject, objective, test, all that, no? Correct or not, guys? So if you're looking for experience, yes. Looking for 100% syllabus, yes. Right? Amendments, all that, concept, presentation, yes, I'm in doubts, yes. Daily recap. Today also I've done a recap. That I'll do daily. That's my habit. Test, quality test. Again, test your writing, but then not qualitative. Then it doesn't help. So quality test papers and all, yes. That means I will be involved in the preparation of the test paper. So if the academy says we will take care, I'll say no. Please send me the test paper as well. I would like to review, or rather I would like to share my test paper with you. Use the same for conducting the test. Okay, it makes sense, no? Because when we have to prepare test paper, I will also study. I will also somewhere do some research. So it will be like my level also will please go up. And I want to, you want to, same way I want to. Then interactive classes. I hope you have understood by now. See, yesterday itself I would have told you, because this is there in first 2 slides. Will you understand and appreciate? No. But now you know, no, interaction. If you have come here only to watch movie, then sorry, this is not for you, isn't it? I want you to think. Thinking is very, very essential. AI is there, no doubt, but that will make us dumb. So use it intelligently. Think and use it. Think and use it, so that you also want color book, you want compiler, because few teachers says compiler is not essential. I think without solving questions, how will you get that confidence that you are ready for exam? So compiler is must, that's why it's there. So you want that. Lively environment, right? Last two, you just read. Lively environment you want in the classes. Do you think lively environment is there, or I am torturing you? Healthy environment, lively, peaceful, some joke here and there, right? Which doesn't hurt anyone. Doesn't hurt anyone. Discipline, punctuality, regularity, appropriately organized. Then yes, these classes. As I've already mentioned in the beginning, pace of the classes will vary. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, depending upon the topic, depending upon your understanding as well. I can't ignore that. So I hope this will help you take a decision as to join these classes or right. Tomorrow when we meet, we'll be taking up basics, okay, syllabus and all. This is orientation. This is basically orientation, what we had yesterday and today. Because we had for lesser duration, that's why it got extended to second day. Otherwise, this gets over in day one, on day one. Tomorrow when we meet, we'll cover some fundamentals, some basics, which are going to be helpful when we take up the first topic. Okay. Finish basics tomorrow itself, first topic tomorrow itself. Otherwise, whenever we. Thank you. Shabba khair. God bless you all. Bye-bye. God bless. Any questions? No? My dear online live students, sorry I didn't interact with you at all. So in case you have any questions, please. The message. Can some help me here? Have any idea about it? No? Okay, so those who have any questions who have attended online live, please shoot, try to answer it, because I am not able to find the messenger here. I'm so sorry for it. Take care next time. So much, guys.